To the Fuller Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 2:52 p.m. and that is Pacific Standard Time. And today is December 15th. Well, we had a bit of weakness in stock markets on Wall Street today. Precious metals remained firm. Bitcoin was down. And then European stock markets were in positive territory by and large. The FTSE 100 was up over 1%. But Asia was negative. The Japanese market was in negative territory. China was also looking a little uncertain. So we have quite a lot of movement in various asset classes. But when we look internally to how markets have been performing, well, the best performer on the FTSE today was Africa Airtel. That stock has been on a tear over the last year. And that's something that I think is worth emphasizing. The second best performer was Fresnillo, which is of course a copper miner. So we certainly have a lot of action in the commodities, but certainly it's a narrow band of the commodities. Gold remains firm, silver remains firm, copper is firm, but we don't have a lot of movement in oil, for example, which was down. Iron ore is pretty static. So this is a very isolated, or I guess a narrow band of commodities that are doing particularly well. And it's not really emblematic of a big swell of interest in the commodities cycle. But also the dollar was negative today, and treasury yields were a little bit tighter. So certainly we have plenty to think about. Now, when we look at silver, it's overbought. There is no question of that. But then we should also just continue to look at the consistency of the trend. And it accelerated to the peak in October and it pulled back by about the same amount as it pulled back in April, and then steadied above $45, popped above 50, ranged for most of November, and then broke out. So we had a little consolidation, which was very orderly in the $50 area, which also just happens to be the area of previous resistance during other significant major bull trends. And since then, we've had a breakout and a mild consolidation and another breakout and what now appears to be an almost identical, similar sized consolidation. So the trend is still consistent, even if it is steep. And what would then represent an